All right, guys, I'm back. I'm back. I'm sorry about that. You can now receive guest requests, and I've been trying to receive my guest requests. I'm just trying to see like what's going on. Um, I need to make sure I'm having a good connection here because I don't want to make sure I mess up anything. So again, I want you guys to tell me why you think cops are great. I want to know. I want to know. Did it work? Hey, listen, I'm trying to get a guess some request for you now, man, but I don't see anything. So you gotta let me know, brother. I don't know. So let's see. I'm following you. I don't know what you want me to do. So, but anyways, I'm back to what I was saying. I know I sorry I have nothing. Gas Monkey 0913. Invite. Let's see. Let's see. Who can we invite? Who are you live? You should probably just go live, man. Probably can invite you to co-host at least. You know, I wouldn't care. I wouldn't care. Let's see. Who can we invite to this chat? I cannot defend these police, bruh. Yeah, I can't. I can't defend them either, man. They are trash. Cops are trash, man. And I'm very curious as to why people want to defend cops so much, man. It's such a weird thing to me. It's an odd thing to me, man. You know, because it's just like, what do you get out of this, right? What do you get out of this? Why do you think cops are going to protect you when they don't? You know, they don't do that. Cops aren't even constitutionally obligated to protect you. Did you know that? Did you know that? Nope. Town of Castle Rock v. Gonzalez. Look it up. They are not constitutionally required to protect you. In fact, they aren't required to even intervene to save your life. So they don't. They absolutely don't. Send a guest request, man. Wiz Good One. Send a guest request. Digi Construction says it's like a higher power. I wouldn't say that, man. I mean, I don't think even Christians are as irrational as freaking Blue Lives Matter, man. I've seen Christians criticize cops, man. Blue Lives Matter, they are cultishly fucking devoted. Jesus. It's fucking disgusting. Say, bro, it says live access is needed. Why is live access needed? I'm here. Blue Lives Murder. Yeah, I have. I don't understand why you couldn't just join up. Let's see if I can just. Are you even live? If you don't see a guest on request, I can't invite you, man. Shoot, man, you gotta send a request. Let's see here. Let's see. Likes. Yeah, I don't know what to do, man. Call me a boomer, you know. Call me a boomer. But I'm just curious as to why some people are invested in this idea of police officers being, you know, these great people, these great heroes. Google, he delivers where Amazon and FedEx won't. USPS worker covers the last mile to rural America. Amazon, there's not many places that it won't cover because the fact that they've contracted out to private drivers now. There's no area that they don't particularly cover now, unless it's like a really really extreme type of area. Then yeah, if it's like a stream like out in the fucking like tundra where you got to climb a mountain or some shit, Okay, sure. Well, we're like the only place that you can actually access this is like like they do like airlifting or like some deep part of fucking like Alaska. Yeah, sure. But nah, bro. Come on now. Fucking Amazon delivers so many damn packages as compared to the United States Postal, the U.S. Postal Service, that it's almost fucking crazy. Right government are the only ones who will grab those rural spots. Um, Still, it doesn't prove my point. Amazon delivers probably 4 to 5 times the amount of packages that USPS ever has, and that if we lost Amazon right now, it would cripple the country. USPS not so much because the private market would fucking take care of it. What you're suggesting is that somehow the government is the only way that we can deliver mail, and that is not certainly not the fucking case. We can deliver mail even without the fucking government. And this is what I mean by bootlicking, right? So people have this idea that the only way that you can survive is with the government's help. Cops are not trash. Cops are cancer. Absolutely. But the idea that Amazon wouldn't immediately um, adjust and fill in where the USPS fails. Like, let's say that US fucking PS goes out of business tomorrow, right? You don't think that private businesses wouldn't just flood in the freaking market to fill in that freaking void? And then, honestly, are you telling me that it wouldn't be better? My assertion was government covers what the market doesn't. I'm socialist. No, it doesn't. It doesn't. And do you want to know how? Because most of the things that you're talking about are provided by private, are inevitably provided by a private business. Like, for example, let's say that someone claims that the government built a road. The government didn't build that road. It was taken from tax dollars, and the government found a company, right, to go build that road. See, the government doesn't have an actual, GS number for a concrete goddamn pour, okay, or if we can asphalt guy. They contract out to private companies anyways. So all the covering that you're talking about could already be covered by a private contractor. AZ Guy 1986 says, what about good cops? I have family in law enforcement and they do their job and call out the bads. Everyone says that. Everyone says that. I work law enforcement and I said that. Listen, every time that I talk to a rapist or a freaking child molester, they all said, hey, it wasn't my fault. I was innocent. I was a good guy. I can't take anecdotes, man. Like, no offense. I ain't trying to be a dick. But, hello, Scarlett Johansson. How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? Absolutely. I think that really, if you look at the course of human history, and my ANCAP, honestly, I'm pushing towards socialism. Honestly, I'm not some hardcore like hardcore fuck the poor type of guy. So you're saying my family members are bad because the actions of others? Come on, man. No, I'm saying your family members are bad because they're part of that system. That I trust in my stats to see that versus your trust in your subjective opinion about family members that you could very well be lying about. I don't trust that they're bad. I trust the system allows them to be, and therefore they are. Because what you allow people to do, they will do. The same way that if you allow a pedophile to be a goddamn pedophile, they're gonna be a damn pedophile until you got them stop them, right? If your society says, hey, it's okay to touch goddamn kids, then guess what? You're gonna get that. But if your society says that's not cool, then it won't be cool. So a society that allows cops to just kill people and get away with it and then find different jobs, do you understand what I'm saying when I say that I can't trust your family members? I gotta trust the system allows them to be bad. Because that is the safest bet if you look at stats. It's just all logic here. It's not that I'm saying that your loved ones are bad. I wouldn't say that. What I'm saying is the system that they're in allows them to be bad to such a bad degree that they could literally be murderers. And by the way, the idea that they call out, bad cops, we know what happens to fucking cops who do that. Usually. So my thing is, okay, so we got two comments here. Brandon is your president. I didn't vote for Biden. I voted for Jurgensen. I don't like Joe Biden. I made that clear. So, what do you want me to do with that? In fact, I've even made jokes about Kamala Harris. But anyways, let's see. I got into a car crash. I had no way to get to my hotel. Cheryl was going to leave me on the street. Yeah. You got more stories like that than you do the opposite way. So, it's a response to somebody else. This is if you're like, okay, well, I mean, I was just reading the comments, man. I'm just reading the comments. Sorry, my bad. I didn't think I was like too harsh with it. Honestly, who kills more people, cops or gangs? Cops, actually. Cops actually kill a remarkably amount more people, actually. In fact, 1 in every 1,000 black men will be killed by a police officer in the country. 1 in every 1,000. Those are the current stats. And that's been the case since 2019, and it's only increased since then. Thus, the reason why you're seeing all the protests on the streets from 2019 to now. So it's really, really bad. Cops have always been more of a danger to citizens than citizens have ever been in a particular danger towards cops. In fact, in the past since 1960 to 2016, police shootings had dropped by more than 50%. I mean, shootings of police, it had dropped by more than half because it was so rare. I mean, because, people just don't think about shooting cops like that. Can't blame the officers for a broken system. Got to blame the system, aka Congress, government. That doesn't work either. Okay, so you've already tried 4 different deflections, so I'm going to deflect this one too. So a system that allows a pedophile to be a pedophile, like the exact same system, the exact same hypothetical that I gave you before, that's like saying that I can't blame the pedophile. That's fucking stupid. You still blame the actor even if the system allows them to be that. Right? Because you're not going to care if like, for example, if let's say that you're back in the 1600s and you were a slave, a black slave. Yeah, the law allowed that. But if you're a freaking slave, do you give a shit? No. You don't give a shit. So you can't use that dodge. Sorry. With what I just said, it's impossible to logically get out of that one. You can't use that dodge. And the main reason is that cops have discretion. So I've given you 2 reasons why. So you do not ignore those reasons, okay? First reason is that you could use the exact same argument for goddamn slavery. Second reason is they have discretion in most things that they enforce outside of domestic violence, a severe violent crime, an armed robbery, or rape. That's not the case. So you cannot say that. Sorry. It's not just the laws and the no. It's a fucking deflection. And do you want to know why I say it is? Right? Brian McConnell says it's individual cops, not all cops. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. You could say it's individual cops, but it's also the whole system. And I've given my solution. My solution is very simple. It is going to be community policing, where we hire our own private security to enforce what we consider to be laws. Things that we consider to be a victim. Right? And if you want the regular police, you vote on that to keep that. But you give people the option. You give me the option as to where my money goes. If I say I don't want my money as a community to go towards cops, right? That should be my option. That should be my freedom as a fucking American citizen. That should be my freedom to say, hey, I don't want my tax dollars to go towards that guy because I don't agree with qualified immunity. And I think that as a freedom-loving American, if you are truly libertarian, if you are anti-government, there is no fucking way you don't agree with that. No, it should be your option. Well, sorry, you got to go then. I don't tolerate bootlicking. I don't tolerate. Sorry, you got to go. Told you, no bootlicking on my channel. Nope. No bootlicking on my channel. So if you got 100 cops and 10 are bad, are you going to blame all 100 instead of fixing the problem? Yes, I am. And do you want to know why? Because I come from the freaking military, right? Right? It comes from the military. I come from the military, and if one guy's jacked up, it's perfectly fine to assume the whole unit is jacked up. And if you are going to use military gear, then guess what? I'm gonna hold you to military fucking standards then. All right? Period. And by the way, if you have a room full of 100 people and 90 of them saw 10 people rape somebody, then all 100 are shit. Correct? Bro, we need law enforcement. Shake my head. If you take cops away, do you know the disaster that will take place? Actually, no. They don't go by they don't go by UCMJ. Then don't use military gear then. There we go. You can itemize 100% of your taxes to qualifying charities so your taxes can go where you prefer. Nope. No, it doesn't. That's not true. Do not state misinformation. Do not state that again. That is not true. And you know it's not true. You want to know why? Because when you pay taxes on sale taxes, you don't choose where those go. Negative. When I said taxes, I said my taxes, my tax dollars. Meaning anytime I pay taxes, that's my tax dollars. The people will do whatever they want. Cops or go away. That's not true. Because the idea of policing is a relatively new concept. I'm from Oregon, no sales tax. Doesn't matter. You still pay some kind of tax that is outside of income tax. Stop it. I live in Washington State. I've been to the fucking Portland. I paid for a goddamn soda, okay? Stop it. Stop it. Just stop it. Okay, people are walking out of store with stolen goods every day because cops won't stop them. No, they're doing that because it's a freaking pandemic and it's freaking inflation times. Whenever there's this fucking inflation, it's always crime. Show me one period of fucking inflation where that was not the goddamn case, and I will shut down the freaking live stream right now. Show me one period of mass inflation in American history where crime did not increase. So that justifies it? Nope, that's not what I'm saying. Someone posed a freaking statement, and I simply answered the question. Do not twist my words ever again. Don't do that again. And we have shovels for them. No. So I was very clear. Very clear. See, you're trying everything, right? And I'm just shooting that shit down. Just crushing it. I do this, guys. I do this. Okay? Just asking. I'm trying to twist anything. No. But don't ask me a question that I clearly did not fucking infer, though. Oregon tax goes to health, not cops. Bullshit. Bullshit. I can prove that to be bullshit right now because I did a whole deep dive into Portland Police Department, and yes, several things that you fucking pay for goes towards cops. Absolutely. Bullshit. 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 I live in a freaking neighboring state. Bullshit. I stayed in fucking Portland for like 2 damn months. Bullshit. All right, I did a whole deep dive. That's like 35 minutes on goddamn YouTube on damn Portland PD, where I not only looked into the fucking salary of the fucking union there, right? But the average cop there, even the damn police chief. So bullshit. Who's going to enforce law and order? What is your definition of law and order? See? Subjective. Law and order to cops is enforcing the goddamn drug war. Is that really law and order? Law and order is enforcing kicking out homeless people on their public fucking land. Is that law and order? Law and order is cops doing no knock goddamn raids. Is that law and order? Let me ask you that question. No knock raids. Is that law and order? And if you say no, and I want a yes or fucking no, then shut the fuck up. How about that? Boom. The kind of why the most crimes committed for reasons related to poverty. Yes, exactly, poverty. Poverty is number one reason. Poverty, number one reason why you have crime. Where you have the most poverty, you tend to have the most crime. Same is true in not only black communities, but also white communities. Hispanic, Asian, you name it. Where you take away resources, you create stress. Stress is only unmet needs. When people have unmet needs, they're going to go out and seek means of getting those needs, especially in hyper cities like LA. LA has so many goddamn people to the point whereas if you eliminate poverty, you eliminate crime. Like, for example, look at European countries. It's not that their fucking cops are so much better. Their cops aren't even armed most times, but their crime rate is so much lower. Do you want to know why that is? The number one reason? They got black people too. They got migrants too. Do you want to know why that is? They have social safety nets. They have free health care. Well, taxpayer funded health care. It's not fucking free, but it's still social health care. The number one reason why people go bankrupt in this goddamn country is healthcare. Healthcare related reasons. It's fucking medical debt. That is a fact. Look up right now. Number one reason for bankruptcy in the U.S. is medical debt. So you got people out there, and I've read stories just like this of people who were cancer patients who held up drugstores. Seriously. You've had people do that before. It's why don't they have insurance? Why doesn't they have insurance? Let me ask you a question. Do you think insurance covers everything? And do you think people can necessarily afford it? Especially during inflation times? Especially during now when hospitals are overflooded? Especially during now when people in many neighborhoods are finding trouble finding food to eat? I feed the homeless, guy. I feed the homeless. You've seen pictures of me doing this. You've seen videos of me doing this. So I kind of know this shit, okay? Some people out there are desperate. And yes, you don't excuse bad behavior. You don't excuse bad behavior. I don't ever want you to excuse bad behavior. However, Native Americans have universal health care granted by the government, but are the most impoverished because for several reasons. You have oppressed those people for damn generations. That's why. That's why. Yes, when you damn near kill off a fucking people, yes, that's gonna happen. Holy shit. Why would you use that fucking example? That's insane. You think because you give somebody health care after you fucked them for damn generations. Street name Pappy. What's going on?
What's good, gang? How you doing?
What's going on? All right, so I'm having a conversation about why I think all cops are bastards, and people are trying to convince me otherwise.
I'll tell you right now why all cops are bastards. I'll tell you that immediately.
Go ahead.
There's only one thing why all cops are bastards. It's because you choose to be a cop. So if you ever choose to be one of those people, you're already an asshole. All right, you need to have some authoritative figure over somebody. It's weird. Yeah. That's already weird. You know, it's already you were raised a little differently, man.
Yeah.
Fuck 12. I mean,
fuck 12. Exactly. You know what's funny, man? Yeah. You know what's funny? I'm gonna ask you a question, man. People have a misconception. Do you think people realize that people from the hood actually do know the goddamn law? Very, very well.
We're very, very intelligent and educated in the law. Is that sometimes we don't have a chance to express it. That's the
exactly
problem.
Like people don't actually realize that because you know the law doesn't make you stop being damn black.
Yeah. Fact.
So
Yeah,
tell me,
yeah, I
man,
feel like
what has what has been your experience with police officers? I want to know your most fucked up one, man.
my most fucked up experience with a police officer. I got a good one. I was actually there was this person in need, and I think I was like a little younger. There was this woman in need. She just got like assaulted by somebody, and I went and beat the brakes off the dude. Pow! Some white dude. It was white. The dude was white.
Mm-hmm.
Beat the brakes off of him, middle of the street, and everybody's there like, okay, yeah, everybody know what he did. So
Mm-hmm.
they called the cops on him. This is the guy they were gonna get, and I was like, yo, why are we waiting for the 12? He already did what he did. We gotta at least smack him up.
Right.
So the police come and they're like, yo, everybody's pointing at the white dude like, yo, this white dude is the one that they called you for.
Right.
Nah, they come and grab me. Boom. Throw me. And the funny thing is, I'm glad that I'm okay to this day. Cause I was still fighting the dude while they pulled me off. And I just thought somebody was pulling me off. And the cop was like freaking like 5'5". And I'm way bigger than the cop. So I didn't know when he was pulling me off. I had one like this. And the little 5'5" cop, this is what I'm saying, wanna be authoritative figure. You 5'5", there's no need for you to be a cop and you can get man light work. I push him
Exactly.
back, and then I push him back, and then my friend yells like, yo, that's a cop. I'm like, oh shit. So I just throw myself on the ground like boom. Cause I'm like, I ain't trying to get, you know what I'm saying? I ain't trying
Right.
to go today. Today isn't a day for me. But I end up throwing him a little bit. And then I see that he's a cop, so I throw myself on the ground. And after I throw myself on the ground, that's when they begin to like really back, like throw me on. I'm like, I'm already throwing myself on the ground. Like I already knew I didn't know it was you. And they just kept throwing me on the ground. But like after that, everybody was luckily there was a big crowd. So everybody was like, yo,
Wow.
he was helping. And I'm happy that there was people there because if there was nobody there, it would have been a wrap. Like, yo, I didn't want to say I hit him. I just didn't know who was trying to grab me. And I threw my hand back. That's all I did. Threw my hand back and the little munchkin cop went flying.
You know, I think what probably happened, man, is that we as that basically like Paul Mooney says, man, we fucking all get that damn nigga damn wake up moment, man. We all
Yeah.
fucking get it, man. We all get it. Like I know that I've tried to intervene to help a woman several times, and I end up being the
Oh yeah.
goddamn bad guy. Like
Oh yeah.
it's
That's why I
like, yeah,
told myself like, hey, it better be something crazy for me to jump in again because I ain't doing nothing like that in my life. Like it
exactly,
better be.
bro.
I better have a sign from the Most High to tell me like go help. Because if not, I'm walking past.
Well, the worst part about it is that it's it's so easy to make us into a bad guy, man. And the
Yeah, for
problem with
sure.
someone that's like me or like you is that we fucking lean into that shit. Because it's like I think that the fact that someone like me even exists is a sign that I've just given up. Fuck it. You
Yeah,
already see me as goddamn hostile. You already see
that's
me
what I'm
as
saying.
that. You know what I'm saying? So I mean,
Yeah,
you are giving me nothing to goddamn lose. You feel me?
facts. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You feel me? So I mean, the thing is though, man. Hey, I want to ask you though. I'm very curious, man. So, what is your political leaning, and why do you lean that particular direction? And
Well,
I won't criticize you.
I don't have. There's no critiques here. Uh, I think I'm more of in the middle of
Mm-hmm.
everything. I don't believe that we should have two parties in general. So like, therefore, that's
Exactly.
why I stand
Facts.
in the middle. I don't really. I'm not gonna over here be kissing ass over here and kissing ass over there. I
Mm-hmm.
think there should be like. I don't think I should be forced to be either here or there.
Mm-hmm.
That's where my views are. I think like this last election was tough for me because I was like, what the fuck do I don't want none of these motherfuckers. I don't want
Exactly.
this nigga I don't want this nigga Trump. But I'm saying like that's the problem I have. That's why I don't really like my views, I think, is what benefits the people in my class. And by class I mean because it all comes down to finances. So I feel like the people who are in my finance area, which is all minorities, me,
Mm-hmm.
Hispanics, and
Mm-hmm.
everything. So like I think where I everything I do. is for that, like to see how we can gain. And like mostly, none of them really have anything that I want to vote for them for. So that's what I'm saying.
Right.
I don't really I won't call myself conservative. I also won't call myself super liberal. I feel like I'm liberal by default because I'm a minority. So if anything, I started off when I was younger. I'll definitely tell you, like I was definitely like, oh, liberal, like whatever. Like this is what we're supposed to do,
Right.
without like self education. And
Right.
as I educate myself more, I'm moving more towards the middle, where like maybe some conservative values as like you should have your own wealth and you should be able to keep it if you do
Right.
well in life. But like I'm a
Right.
firm believer, you know.
Right.
But
I
also,
go ahead. Go ahead.
no, I
No,
said, but also like
I was just gonna ask you, you know, the whole self reliance thing. I would love to for you to kind of like expand upon that, man. Because I mean, again, I'm 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 actually in the process of buying this freaking farm, and I want to actually come like a pig farmer. You know what I'm saying? To do the whole self reliance thing. I want to try to get my own shit going. So what have you been trying in terms of becoming more self reliant?
uh, well, right now I'm a freelance videographer. So
Ooh,
what I do is because I what I do is I shoot videos, get paid, shoot advertisements, and get paid. But the thing is, when it comes to that, that's when you get filed in a different tax bracket, and that's when sometimes you have to vote against certain things that don't benefit all people, but it benefits you. And that's what I'm saying, like maintaining your own wealth. But that's also me. That's the problem that we have, where I can only go one side or the other if I want to benefit myself. You understand that? There's not
right,
really multiple streams where I can like, oh, I agree with this person because this is where I'm wholehearted. I want to be able to protect my finances and help a lot of people, but I don't think that's left or right now. You know what
right,
I'm saying? There's not a
right,
category for me. What I'm saying with you want to be a pig farmer. That's going to be nice. Let's say you're pig farming and you're doing just enough to maintain for yourself.
right,
But then let's say now you have enough money to expand your farm. Now you're giving because you're probably a nice guy. Now you're giving it to people. Now you're giving
right,
whatever your farm grows. And this is when the government comes in like, hold up, buddy, you're making money or you're just giving people free stuff. They're not going to want to see that. And that's when they're going to
right,
throw a bunch of suits and make sure you're following their protocol on how to do it. And now you're going to have to vote for yourself so you can maintain this farm. You've already opened it big, and now you're gonna have, maybe if it's like forcing you to vote a little bit conservative so you can protect your farm.
right. Right,
And
right.
that's
So
what I'm
it is kind of like a weird thing. It's kind of like a seesaw thing. Because like I will say this. I think that it does matter off of the region. Like when it comes to like certain things that are considered like left or right. Like for example, like when it
saying.
comes to like gun rights, right? You go to like Washington State and it's like open carry, and it's like, wait a minute, it's like a blue state. But then you fucking realize you got a lot of crazy fucking wildlife here. You know what I'm saying? So it does depend on like where you are. But I will say this, man. It is it is gonna be tough trying to live off the grid and trying to like forage for yourself, because once you realize how many products you take for granted,
Yeah, for sure.
like running water, you need like an
Yeah,
actual water source, you know. So
yeah,
it is a real struggle. But I'm also curious about something else. So do you recommend that people start homesteading now?
say it again.
Do you recommend that people start getting some property and start like homesteading now?
Yeah, of course, you always got to get property is like number one. I'm telling you, one, with just getting property alone, nobody's raising your rent or anything. You pay one like payment, mortgage that never changes, and it's your property, you own it. And let's say you want to leave and you can rent that out. So like getting property is like, I think it's the most important. And make sure you get property. I don't think you should get property in any city because
Right.
it's overpriced, overvalued. And yeah, property in itself, I think property should be the number one thing for people to get. But it's pretty hard for people, honestly, because you have to make a certain amount of money. This is what I'm talking about. Everything
Right.
comes back to this capitalist society where everything is about finances, how much you
Yeah.
make,
Yeah,
and which sucks.
I think that's what really fucked a lot of our ancestors, man. Because like I think that through the lack of capital, again, through the lack of capital, through the lack of land, you know,
Yeah.
we were never allowed to get the same amount of goddamn wealth. And that's why right now, there's actually large plots of land that's actually available across the country. And, you go
Yeah.
places like freaking Texas and stuff. And even if it costs like $22,000, $30,000, buy that shit. Yo, because you never know. Somebody might say, hey, I want to build a fucking factory there. Yeah, sure. I'll sell it to you for about 1 million. Sure.
Yeah. Facts.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
What was I gonna say? What is your views? You mentioned a little bit about what's your views on guns?
Guns, I think that guns should be freely available. I do think that there should be more requirements. Holy shit.
There we go. That's what I was gonna say.
Because
Exactly.
the way that I see it, if I had it my way, you would have to first read up about your firearm. I would give you a quiz about the history of your firearm so that you understand where your firearm came from, understand the philosophy of use. That's gonna be a big thing. Philosophy of use. If you say that you're buying this gun for personal defense,
Yeah.
don't go hunting a goddamn elk with it, okay? Actually try to understand
Yeah.
philosophy of use and train with it. Learn how to shoot with it. Hit 23 out of 40 targets, just like a goddamn soldier. Become damn proficient.
Yeah. Fact.
Yeah.
I just don't think you
and
should ever be able to go to Walmart and purchase. It makes
no,
no sense to me.
no. I would say honestly, that's like a zoning type of fucking problem too. Why would you put dangerous weapons in the same place where you buy food? Like that's just so fucking stupid to me. Like the whole thing. You remember when fucking Kroger did that shit? Kroger? You remember Kroger did? It's so shocking at the Kroger at one point. That shit was wild. You could go in damn Target and buy a damn handgun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's a big problem. I think that's what I'm saying. I think there should be more law restrictions, and I think there should be a ton of restrictions on. I think if you have I'm sorry to say, if you have any drinking habits like DUIs, I don't think you should be able to purchase one for a certain amount of time.
Yeah.
It's like
I think that honestly, if you're caught, you shouldn't be high period with a gun. Like for example, I do consume cannabis, but I don't carry my gun on me then because I understand that shit's fucking dangerous, man. You're not thinking rationally,
Facts, and that's what I'm saying. It should just be. I think it just should. I'm with anybody owning a gun legally. It should just be really hard to get one. That's all I want it to be. Like I don't want everybody to have. I'm not saying everybody should. Everybody should be able to get one, but it shouldn't just take you within 2 weeks. If the day, from say today, I want to get one. I'm thinking about getting one. I can just go get one today. I have a clean record. I don't think it's that easy.
Right. I think that what we should convert over to is not so much a rights position, but a merit position.
Yeah.
Earn it. I want you to earn it. I want you to show me why you should have this gun. Do not just to say, oh, it's my right. Because sure. It's also your right to go and get a fucking car. But you've seen motherfuckers who should not be goddamn driving, okay? So I say you should take a like an actual written test and also a field test, an actual field target range test. I want you to break that gun down, field strip it within a certain time period because I want to know that should you need it, you can break it down. You know what I'm saying? And put it back together.
Yeah.
I want to know that you know the history of that particular firearm because again, I think that would cause many people to think more about gun safety. Most of our shootings are fucking accidents. Go ahead.
My brother, I have to run right now, all right?
Okay.
But I threw you a follow, and I will be more than likely to continue this conversation anytime you're
Absolutely,
live,
sir. Hey, man, I love you, brother. Hey,
brother.
You a smart man.
Take it easy, my bro. Take it easy.
All right. I'm back, guys. Guys, that was a great conversation. I would love to talk to that man again, man. Yeah. But I'm more focused on trying to encourage people to be more self-sufficient and get people to think more about, being conscious with their money, being conscious with your property, because again, getting large sums of land and starting your own farm, starting your own business and producing a product that people need that you can sell anywhere. Like I'm going into pig farming. I realized that bacon, pork, pork shoulders, freaking deli freaking slices, that stuff is big right now. And there's a pig shortage. They need pig farmers, you know? So again, always be thinking about how you can build some wealth for yourself. And always think about owning land and also working that land. Don't just own the land. Produce a product on that land. I don't care if you got to grow crops. I don't care if you got to have horses. I don't care if you got to have cows. Have something on that land that is producing some kind of revenue for you. And not just produce revenue, right? Think about different strategies in producing revenue. See, with pig farming, right? It's not just their meat. It's also their skin. It's also their fur, the pig ears. You know, when you go to freaking PetSmart, right? Those freaking pig ears that you give dogs, those things are fucking expensive, right? So again, I'm thinking long term. How can I utilize the whole body of that particular pig to make a profit, to make a future for myself and for my offspring and for anyone else who I might decide to give the property to? That's how you create wealth, not just for yourself, but for people that come after you. Because I think that in the current capitalist climate, we are focused on the instant, the fucking now. We can't wait for someone to make a meal. We need microwave. Most people don't even know how to cook. Like, I love my girlfriend, but if you look at her and me, we couldn't be any more freaking polar opposites in terms of how we do like the kitchen, right? I actually cook. She doesn't really cook all that much because again, she comes from California. I come from South Carolina. South Carolina, we fucking cook everything. All right, we cook everything in South Carolina. So again, microwaves, many place, um, you know, many places in South Carolina don't even care like a microwave because we just cook everything. So again, we want everything so instant in this um, particular society, and we don't want a carpenter to build a chair. We want a fucking machine to fucking do it. That's the problem, man. Everything's so instant now. Slow down. Slow down. Appreciate art, man. Wait, how does she eat if she doesn't cook? Because I cook. And I love doing it. I don't think that it should only be a woman's job to cook. I think it should be a man's job too. Because I'm a forward thinking man. You know? I'm a forward thinking man. She doesn't have to cook because I can do it. And I love to do it for her because she deserves it. See? I don't think that if you are a grown man, you should be able to cook, man. Should be able to cook because I believe that is a part of being a provider. Big blows. How you doing?
Yo,
How you
want
doing?
to do the match thing?
So how you doing? And oh, what is this?
If anyone sends likes or gives you gifts, you get more points, and whoever has the most in
Okay,
5 minutes wins.
okay. Well, I'm already losing. So what exactly are we discussing right now? Are we discussing anything?
Honestly, I don't really care. No,
You don't
I'll
really care?
deliver.
Okay, so I was discussing why I think cops are trash. Do you want to disagree?
Okay. I don't. I disagree.
Why? Why do you disagree?
Because, they help.
How do they help?
If you get in a car accident or something, they can help get there fast.
You don't think that private citizens could do that or a private company could do that just as easily?